guys done any road dog bullshit? Like hit the road in a younger life or even more recently?
Hey, give us some tour stories.
Yeah, it's the only time I had to jump a promoter to get paid.
Nice.
What?
We drove like fucking 7 hours to play a show in Virginia, and they changed venues twice within a 2-hour period before the show was supposed to start. So nobody showed up, and like us and the other band like cornered him against the fence, and we're like, "You fucking asshole! We drove a long way to get here. You blew smoke up our ass." And he opened up his wallet and just gave us everything he had. I'm like,
Holy
"We
shit.
just stole from the guy." All right,
That's
like I'm not that type of person, but I guess that was deserved.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
worked,
know.
right? You got the money.
We played at like a school gym, and similar to what happened to you, man, like guitar player broke a string in the first song, and that was it. It was like, man, this sucks.
Dude, I got a good promoter story. We back in the old band, Derek and I used to play in a band called Forever Lost. We opened for Deicide once.
oh god, I heard
Hell
this
yeah.
story a million times.
And they wanted to float the entire band's guarantee through pre-sales that us locals were responsible for selling. You've probably all been down that road. Anyway, we
Pay
didn't
to
sell
play.
shit. And the promoters called me like, dude, these Deicide guys, they're after me. They're bikers. They're like trying to get me. How's the pre-sales coming? And I'm like, sorry, dude. Honestly, nobody wants to go to the show. But he's like on the run. His name was Brock. Anyway, at the show, we play the show, and then Deicide hits the stage, and later in the show, they must have got burned because they still play, which is good for them, but they got burned, and they called out the promoter. He was like, what did he say? If your name's Brock, you're a cock.
You're a cock. Remember the tour manager was like fucking 400 pound, like this huge fucking dude.
They were after him, man. They're going to break his fucking neck. So yeah, don't fuck with Deicide's guarantee is the lesson.
That story is infamous in Ohio, in like Toledo, where we're from, dude. Everyone knows that story. I've heard that. I wasn't even at that show, and I heard that story from like a million people. I used to work the live sound company that ran the sound during that show. They said like they weren't even like with most live sound, they're not associated with the bar. They just like come in and set up equipment and run it. And he like poured a pitcher of beer in their like $1 million soundboard or whatever. And he was like, dude, that was a shit show. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was told. Who knows if it's true or not, but
I believe it, man.
Was that the tour where they were like playing with Karak Angren, and because they had a show up here where everybody left before Deicide, like nobody fucking cared about Deicide.
No shit.
Yeah, that's
wow.
This was way back in like 2006.
No,
2006.
The one he's talking about is like a few years back, like maybe 2017 or some shit. It was kind of fucked up because they canceled the tour halfway through because there was like minimal ticket sales, which is crazy because Deicide's legendary.
fuck
But,
yeah.
You know,
Bad promotion, man. They expect the locals to push all those tickets,
you know, the
promising
pain-
these giant guarantees that they can't fucking pay. And then
That's
the
like
show
trickle
goes
down
tits up.
economics, man.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Well, shit flows downhill, right?
Yeah.
Rock stars are rock stars, man. They're gonna do what the fuck they're gonna do, but that's
Especially
story.
satanic biker rock stars.
Yeah, like if there's anybody you don't want to stiff on a show ticket, it's the dude with an upside down cross carved into his
Exactly.
forehead.
Fuck yeah,
Exactly.
dude.
burned into his forehead. Yeah.
Oh, Belphegor. Dude, remember when we were back in Engraved, we opened for Belphegor and we fucking met the vocalist and he was like fucking 500 pounds of muscle, just like scary Austrian dude. Like,
Shit.
we said
Yeah,
hi
we
to him,
opened for
just
them
like,
once.
what's up?
We opened for them once. Yeah, those guys are scary.
Dude,
They take their shit seriously, you know.
when Christian shakes my hand sometimes, because, you know, like he fucking hammers hardwood floors and shit, I'm like, ow. Like when that dude from fucking Belphegor shook my hand, I'm just like, oh, dude, like cut my arm off, man. I'm getting gangrene or something.
Yikes.
Them
That's awesome.
and Dark Funeral were like two bands that we played with them. We met. They were just like totally hardcore about what they were doing.
Dude, Belphegor
yeah.
is super nice. Dark Funeral fucking gave us like food with cigarette butts in it.
Why? Were they taking the piss or they just didn't?
No, like we parked in front of their tour bus because we were like loading our gear in, and they just came off the tour.
What the fuck?
Would you like some of our food? And Craig is just like, yeah. And It is just gross as fuck.
Dude, I'm losing it.
French fries with cigarette ash in it. And we still ate it. We're like,
And they're like,
yeah, they give us food. That's cool, man.
they're like on their tour bus, like silly Americans.
Stupid fucks. Eat this shit, losers.
Here's
All
your
right, we'll
stimulus
eat it.
package.
We'll eat it out of respect.
Was that at the Webster Theater, guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
of
Oh,
course.
shit.
You know who's probably some of the nicest guys that I've ever met with? You ever play with Suffocation? You guys like Suffocation?
Oh, I love Suffocation.
Oh, yeah.
We never played with them, but they played Toledo a few times. Yeah.
We opened for them. My old band opened for them quite a bit. And they were really like the nicest guys. Terrence Hobbs, Guy was with them all the times. And then Frank was usually taking a nap before.
Yeah.
But the other guys were always, they were really cool. But it was cool because the reason why I started using Vader was because of Suffocation.
Mhm.
Like I ordered the Vader cab when I was 20. It was like 15 years ago. It's the one I still have. And they don't make those, and I wish they did. I'm glad Igor's got one too, because the tone in those, man, for like metal is amazing. Mid range is awesome.
They're got like dual fucking Vaders going left and right.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, those guys, man, are like so nice. They'll tell you their gear. They'll, and it's awesome. So, they were probably some of the nicest guys.
Yeah, Terrence Hobbs for sure is like
Yeah.
for us it's like a lot easier to catch them because they're from New York, so like they're like maybe an hour or 2 hours away from us. So
Yeah.
they would tour here all the time. They were actually supposed to play in Connecticut once. Not in Connecticut, but like at a very like local dive that we have. That's kind of like our metal spot, but they ended up coming down. But yeah, those dudes are the shit, man.
They're married off now.
Well,
Somebody
Hey,
mute
that's
this
my mom.
Julie,
She doesn't understand.
Somebody mute this
happening right
Julie
now.
lady. You go
Hey.
fuck it up. Julie, shut the fuck up.
Hi, mom.
We're trying to play cards here. Now, I
Get the
don't know.
fuck out of here, Julie.
You're interrupting. You're interrupting our
Mom,
internationally
Yeah.
streamed band.
trying to
time.
have a metal chat party thing.